Hi there. This is Joe Montana reaching out from the retirement team at CCR Wealth Management. As you might know, we are the advisor to your workplace retirement program. And despite the unique circumstances we find ourselves in, obviously I'm reaching out to you from my living room as opposed to being able to meet with you in person at your office. Despite those circumstances, we are still here and still ready to engage with you and help you make the most out of your retirement program. What we've seen over the last few weeks as this crisis has played out, the economic damage that it has caused is real, and that has certainly impacted the financial markets. And you'll see that as you look at your first quarter statements that you might have received in the last week or so for your retirement plans. It's always a little unsettling to see those numbers move in the wrong direction. And as much as it has been nice to see the markets rise over the last several years, I think when we take a step back, it can be painful to see a negative number on that statement. But we wanted to reach out and just reassure you that, well, these circumstances on a personal level are quite unprecedented. From a market perspective, they're not. All right, the market's been here before, and I'm just going to share a quick chart with you, showing you, what the S&P 500 has done over the last 80 years or so. There's always a crisis. There's always something that we're working our way through. In the 1940s, obviously getting through and over the Second World War. In the 1970s, an energy crisis and an oil embargo, all the way through the 2000s, the dot-com bubble busting and 9/11, followed by a few years later, the financial crisis. All of these things really moments of uncertainty, which the market doesn't like. And if you look closely at those periods, you'll see the market in the short term turn down at all those different times. But what you'll see if you can kind of draw your perspective out and look at the long term is that folks who stayed invested really were rewarded for doing so. And really what we see is that even at the darkest moments when things seem the most gloomy, the market has a tendency to find its footing and move forward and look forward to a better future. So our outlook is that that's exactly what is happening now. Even though we're in the midst of this crisis, we're looking forward, and our advice to you would be that, staying the course has merit. Sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. And throughout the course of time, folks who, stayed the course and stayed with their investment allocation tend to do better than those folks who react to the market's short-term moves. So we want to invite you to reach out to us, whether you work with myself or if your plan's covered by my colleague, Rich Moore. You also may hear from our colleague, Crystal, from time to time. We're here to help. So please feel free to reach out to us. If you're uncertain about your investment allocation or you want to kind of chart the course forward for after we get over this short-term setback, please reach out to us. That's what we're here for. Otherwise, we wish you health and happiness, and we look forward to seeing you back in your offices before long. Take care, everyone.